We're going to talk about a young man that went missing after a traffic accident. It's coming up next. Jason Landry is 21 years old and he goes to Texas State University. And he had just finished up his finals and is getting ready to go home to the Sienna Plantation area, which is below Houston. So he got in his car around midnight, going to head home. It was about a 3-hour drive to get back. And something happened, and it's theorized that maybe he missed a turn, but he ended up on Luling in a salt. What was the name of that street? Let me get it straight for you. It was Salt Flat Road. The car was found there. He had ended up hitting 2 trees in his vehicle, and the police found it, and they searched for him around in the area, and they could not locate him. Well, further searching for him, they realized that there was a abandoned home near the road, and he had gone into that abandoned home, and there was some kind of evidence there that they haven't told anybody what it was, but that he had actually been there. And then he left, and where he went from there, no one seems to be able to figure it out. It's a really, really strange. Now, I've done other stories before where people have gotten into car accidents. I did a story on women that have gotten in car accidents, 5 women that disappeared after car accidents. And just as many men end up doing the same thing. They have a car accident and then they disappear. Sometimes they're found a long time later, and sometimes they're never found. Now, it could be possibility they have a head injury after the accident, and they walk, they don't know what they're doing, and they walk, and then they pass because of a medical emergency. They fall and they pass, and that is what happens to them, and it takes a while for somebody to find out where they're at. And then in this case, we don't know exactly what happened to Jason. We don't know if he ended up leaving and was all right and then headed home. They don't know. Now, his cell phone was found embedded underneath the car. So if he had did an impact into that tree and that phone went flying and ended up underneath the seat, and it's nighttime and he's disoriented, he probably had no idea what happened to his phone. So there he is in the middle of this rural road, doesn't know how far it's going to be to get to a town, doesn't have his phone to give him any direction on which way to go. He doesn't know if to go this way, is it closer? If I go that way, is it closer? And plus, he's probably confused. So I'm assuming he probably thought, you know what, I'll go into this abandoned home, just sit there for a while until it gets light, and then maybe I can go from there. And I'm sure he probably had that plan in mind, but where he ended up going after he left that abandoned home, I don't know. No one is able to figure this out, what has happened to him. Also, it's the things leading up to this case that is so confusing. No one can figure out why in the world he ended up where he ended up. That's not the route that he would have taken to get home. He would have taken the freeway. It was just, you come down that road, I believe it was a right he was supposed to make to get on the freeway, and he go straight to where he had to go home. But instead, he ended up going on this other road and go on the Salt Lick Road, which is a rural road with no lights, nothing, and going down there and hitting a tree. Now, what the heck he was doing down there makes no sense. There's no idea why he might have done that. So if you talk to him before, and if you know some information on why he would have gone that way, if you have any idea what his plans were, please let the police or the family know so they have some kind of more information to go on what happened to him. So Jason has a scar on his ankle and has medium length hair, and he might have a goatee. And if you have any information, let me give you the phone number. It is 512-398-6777. All right. I hope he's found soon. He's been gone for a bit. I keep checking, think that, okay, this day they're going to locate him. And so far, sadly, that has not come to pass. And incidentally, the last I checked, they were still trying to get the phone and computer information from the companies, and they weren't able to retrieve them. Hopefully, they'll have them any day now. All right, that's it on this case. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.